This is going to be for the Krile event. I'm just going to be giving it my first attempt here now. Actually, I've done all the previous boss waves, but I'm just going to give it a shot now. Starting off straight with just Cloud with her X weapon, Terra with her X weapon, and a Krile. See if I can pull Krile to the party requirement, and also see if I can't get the score requirement in one go. From what I've heard, this one actually isn't that difficult, so let's just give the last chapter a shot. Take the all battle off. From what I've heard, people seem to think that well, they believe that Terra is going to be the better friend unit for this. I was considering maybe instead having a Cloud to try and get a paralysis off, but I suppose the high damage and the potential to inflict speed down on the enemies is going to be much more advantageous. So we'll just go straight into it. So Krile for most of us, I think, is just going to be looking to a bit of buffing to the rest of the team. She can also get the attack up that she needs. Now, Cloud, I want to try and conserve my turns as much as possible because I know the score requirement, so my abilities, because I know the score requirement isn't very high compared to other ones. So I'm probably going to go for HP attack here, and then Krile cannot kill this one, unfortunately. So I'll just have her. Oh, she killed this one. And Cloud is going to HP attack, and then Terra will finish off. For this wave now, what I would prefer to do is to keep the magic armor broken for as much as possible, but that way it stays on the ground. Okay, so Terra is going to have to do a meltdown. Really got screwed over in the speed there, it seemed. Cloud is going to do a cross slash on the bird, just to shave away some of its bravery. And Terra can use a meteor chant on the magic armor. So now I've actually shaved them down to a reasonable amount of health. We'll get Terra to break it, just get us all a bit of bravery. And Cloud's gonna apply his own buffs himself now. So the main thing with this fight seems like it's going to be getting through these early waves as unscathed as possible, and then in the later waves making sure that you keep enough buffs on your team or prevent too many debuffs from proccing on your group, because from what I've seen, the potential that the Malbros can do is actually quite bad, but in this instance it doesn't seem to be nowhere near as bad as a regular Malbro. Ironically, the greatest Malbro seems to be one of the weaker ones. And she can use Ray of Hope again, just to battery us up a little bit. Just gotta keep doing some bravery attacks to knock down the bravery. Claudius needs a cross slash. I don't want to use too many of these because I want to save them as much as possible for the boss at the end. But Terra's just going to do a regular HP attack, and she'll use her X next turn. Okay. Now we're suffering from a bit of a problem. I think I'm going to have to use a Thunder on this boss here. I'm going to have to hope for a... Oh, Meteor Rain. That'll do actually instead. Krile can now kill the magic armor, and Terra should be able to kill this now with her X ability. So the rest of these fights now should just be chip damage, try and take down the enemies as quick as possible. And now she can kill one of these. Cloud should be able to take care of this now in the next one. Perfect. This is made significantly easier with X weapons, I've heard. If you don't have one, you're going to struggle a little bit, I think. Cloud here is going to just throw in a bravery attack, and Terra is going to do the exact same onto Cypher. So just do a little bit of chip damage here and there. We're going to set up actually now for a lethal on Cypher. Cloud might be able to kill. Cloud will kill Cypher, and Terra should. She's going to use her Melton actually just to reapply her self buffs now. Okay, so we've made it to the final round. I'm probably going to have Krile use her Ray of Hope on everyone just to get the elemental boost off. Oh dear. Oh god, they both went for Krile, that makes it a lot easier. So Krile's probably going to use her Ray of Hope just to get the elemental boost off on everyone. And then I'm going to swap her out to say as soon as I possibly can. So Cloud's going to work on breaking both of them, which he does not do. And Terra's going to be applying these speed down debuffs. So I'll have her swap out now for this Terra. And we're going to apply a meltdown just to get these buffs off on this Terra. Okay, and with that we're going to start our summon chain now. Or our summon now. Cloud's going to apply his cross slash to hopefully get a paralysis on. And this Terra here is going to use, I think, another meteor chant. Keep the high damage going. My Terra is going to use her Riot Blade. Do a significant amount of damage. This Terra is going to use her Riot Blade. Deal another significant amount of damage, I hope. My Terra is going to use her Meteor now to finish off our round in the summon. If our lucky, Cloud might be able to do a finisher here with the Meteor Rain. Probably won't be a finisher. It'll probably just be knock them both, break them both. Then this Terra is going to use her Meteor again, and this should, I think, kill the boss. Perfect, that's one down. Now we have to worry about this one here. So I'm going to use my Terra's Meltdown chant to actually apply defense down. And she will then use a Meteor chant again. I'm going to just do a regular bravery attack, I think, with Cloud. Maybe a finishing touch to apply some of his buffs, because I need to have someone non-broken in this next wave. And this Terra is going to use her Meteor chant. Perfect. So Cloud's going to use his finishing touch. Going to keep one just for the added buffs if needed. Okay, I believe that's just an attack down debuff, which we can definitely survive. Throw another Meteor Rain on. My Terra's going to use her final Meltdown. We should hopefully set up for a Riot Blade, which we'll be able to do next turn. Krile's going to use her Ray of Hope, just to actually try and clear some debuffs off. Terra's going to use her Riot Blade. This will give us another boost to her max bravery. Keep her buffs going. Krile's going to use a regular HP attack, and this boss might break Cloud, but we should be able to take care of it over in the next turn. At 52 turns, I'm not sure if we have enough speed to get the full score requirement. It should be something like, it was 110 last time, that was about 38 turns, so we might be able to make it. It's usually your damage your score is usually equal to how much damage you're getting off every 10 turns. So if you take the average damage you're dealing every 10 turns, that's usually what your score is going to be. And we easily destroyed it, even with carrying a relatively weak Krile, 51-55, using just her 15 CP weapon out 0 limit breaks. We actually managed to beat it. So I don't particularly imagine this one being too difficult for anyone. If you're having trouble, I would say to you to attain the score, invest in some heavy DPS. Doesn't seem like the boss is able to deal enough damage, or excuse me, apply enough debuffs to the party to make it, worthwhile actually bringing a unit as I thought. If you're very very lucky, you can actually get them to, as I did there, single target all their debuffs onto one character, which happened to be Krile, who I was immediately going to replace anyway. So that worked out nearly perfect for me. So you might require a bit of maybe a reset or two there, but otherwise I think that it's fair to say that you should be able to handle anything this boss can throw at you. So hopefully I'll see you at the next one, guys, and enjoy the Krile event.